Even with the rising levels of consumer confidence, some chief financial officers expect the recession to last through the end of this year. A study by Duke University and CFO magazine said indicators like mounting job loss and troubling credit conditions are the reasons for the ongoing recession. CFOs in the U.S. expect unemployment rates to increase to about 12% in the coming months. Despite all of this, the majority of CFOs are more optimistic this quarter than last. Well, starting a new career is hard at any age, whether you're just entering the workforce or looking for your next job. That said, we all need to change with the times and to the changing work environments. So today, Mary Abbajay, owner of Careerstone Group, joining us tonight for the first part of a three-part series on the keys to a successful career. Mary, thanks for joining us.
Rebecca, it's great to be here. Thank you for having me.
So we've known you for a while behind the scenes, and you've always given us good advice. You say one of the first things that people need to do is sit back, take stock, and adapt. Explain what you mean.
Exactly. You know, it's important for career success or organizational success, if you're the leader of a business or an organization, that you are able to really align your skills and sensibilities with the realities of the economic and other environmental factors of the 21st century or of any day. And so we've developed a model we call ADAPT. And the ADAPT skills are really the 5 key cornerstones, if you will, the 5 keys to making sure that you can stay both successful now and in the future. And they stand for accept change, develop a network, advance diversity, play well with others, and take responsibility.
So let's start with adapt.
Okay.
That's what we're going to talk about tonight.
Okay.
We're going to save some of the other for later. Adapt is a scary word for people who have already left college, their college years well behind, and there's constantly new technology coming into the workforce. What do you mean by adapt?
What I mean by adapt is you have to really accept change. You have to be the kind of person who's resilient. You have to be the kind of person that rolls with the punches. You have to be able to look out into the world and within your world and understand the driving factors that are causing change today. We have economic uncertainty, right? We have majorly shifting generational demographics going on. We have changing career trajectories. You're not going to be in the same job for 30 years. You have to be able to adapt to what's going on. You have to be able to learn these new technologies. You can't step in the same river twice. Things are changing. You have to be someone that changes with them.
And you have constantly said, get on top of this or get left behind.
That's right.
One of the things I like about you is you not only offer advice for the people looking for the jobs, but you offer advice for the people managing all of these people about how they deal with anyone who's resistant to change.
That's exactly right.
Share some of that advice.
Well, what you have to do as an organization is you really have to focus on developing change agents. You have to focus on developing situations where people can change. So for an organization, I would say 2 things. 1, make sure your managers and your leaders really understand what change is and understand how they can help people adapt to change. Hey, let's be honest, people hate change. We all like to think we like change, but what we really want is for the other person to change. So organizations must be more adept at helping really create change organizationally and helping people transition into change. Change is really scary for people.
So let's bring this down to a very real level. Say your organization, ABC 7 News and News Channel is a perfect example, bringing in new technology. You're worried that if you don't learn it quickly, you're going to get left behind. Do you even go to the boss and say, will you pay for me to take classes, or do you pay yourself and go outside the organization, take classes, that kind of thing?
That is a great question, both. So first of all, the organization's responsibility when you bring in something new is they have to realize the impact it's going to have on employees. You're going to be afraid. First of all, you need the employees to adapt, right? So you need to give them support in that. So you need to make sure you provide them training. You need to make sure you provide them the information. You need to make sure you tell them why they need to do this. As an employee, it's also your responsibility to go to your management and say, hey, I really want to learn this, and I'm going to need some help. Can I get some training? If they say, sorry, we don't have it, that's when you take responsibility to get the training for yourself. But absolutely ask for the support, and do it in a way that's not resistant, like, if you want me to learn this, you're going to have to teach me. Say, hey, I want to learn this, I just need some help.
But without creating too much fear, how much do you look over your back and think, oh, these younger kids today, they already know all of this? Do you have to stay on the technology that they're bringing into the workforce? So how do you do that? You go back to school?
You go back to school, you learn, you ask them. You know, we do with a lot of clients, we work on creating reverse mentoring programs. There's a lot of things that the younger people can teach the older people like us, and there's a lot that we can teach them. So really be developing good relationships with colleagues of all ages. Get their mentorship.
Reverse mentoring.
Reverse mentoring.
That's great advice. And you think by making it work 2 ways that you don't have to fear so much the change, but you can be ahead of the curve.
You can adapt to it. That's right.
I still can't learn some of the new music, but maybe I can learn some of the new technology.
We'll talk
I'm kind of hopeless on both,
I know.
actually. Well, Mary Abbajay, we have much more coming up with you, so stay tuned to Washington Business Tonight. Thanks for joining us.